Hello and welcome. It is 1:47 p.m. Eastern on the 8th day of January 2021. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and of the like. Well, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. It's also the sixth time this year today in which Bitcoin has made an all-time high. And it's done it even much more before then because it did it on December the 31st. It also did it on December 30th. It did it on the 27th, the 26th. It did it on Christmas. The 19th, the 17th, the 16th. There's been many days recently that it's been making all-time highs. And before the 26th, the last time it made the all-time highs on December 16th was 3 years before then. And it hasn't been that long. We're about a week away from a month since it surpassed the resistance of 20,000. That's already doubled and then some. Today's intraday high, $42,000 via that of the Bitstamp exchange, and at 40,720, we'll say, well, 40,000 in good change. A very, very, very phenomenal run, to say the least. All these uptrend lines, they're breaking. It's just been, when's it going to stop? And all of these correctionary moves you've seen so many times whenever the down plays come in. There's one in here, how fast it rebounds and then shows the strength of the 18. Even in here, it comes to the 18 highs. Oh, yeah, didn't hold, but this move here, but fast move in here, holding all of this. We have a little bit of correctionary move in here, but this sell-off got back up to the 18 highs pretty fast. And then we have this little sell-off in here. Takes like no time at all to get back into correctionary phase. And heck, this was a long correction with like 5 or so periods or 5 or so hours. And then excitation again, and then correcting again within this band. Phenomenal move. And then back down in here, we're looking at like 20,000 high change. And people were saying it was up too much back then. And now people are hoping to get it to be able to buy around maybe 30 or 32,000 maybe. Everyone's in different situations, of course. But fantastic move. Monthly term time frame. Barely getting overextended still, though. I mean, it could easily, there's so many ways this could go. This could easily continue on going further, 50, 60, 80, who knows how much higher within even this run higher. But now that we've had the significant break, how is this going to react within the 18? Coming back to where we came from, it's going to have to come back at some point, and it's already had a very good move. I've talked about the three little bears. Oh, not too small, not too big, just right. Well, we've just pretty much leaving the not too small, as far as I'm concerned, for just a little bit of a lag move. But as I've showed you before, as far as when it broke, last time it broke like around $1,200 resistance in 2017. It went from 1,200 to 20. And 1,200, doubling 1,200 was 2,400. Doubling 20,000, well, that's where we stand right now. Let's transition into Hedera Hashgraph H bar. Priced in at 142 Satoshi, and you can multiply this by 4 for the price against the dollar. So we're looking at about 6-cent coin almost now. As is 40,000 on the Bitcoin level. 100 Satoshi would be about 4 cents. 100 down here, but I was stating yesterday, I thought this would happen. I mean, kind of did, I suppose. But I was mentioning that someone made a large buy on Bittrex. Almost, hey, did they know something? I guess they did. Price action, only price that pays. And we've seen it go from 100 all the way up to 169. Retraced multiple hits down to 125. Another lower high rally up to 160. And then we have Dow just correcting within this mode. But as it stands, decent sized move. But I mean, these coins have been beaten down a lot. Look at this on the daily term time frame. I mean, I guess big guy getting out over this is telling me it's going to be hitting this line at 181. We'll see if it does. Usually it does, but we'll see. I mean, it doesn't have to do it today, but the statement is that it's going to, and usually it would pierce above like pretty much 200. But I mean, that's just one of the lower end lines. It's pretty much came back down to the lower end of where the support in here was. You can see this lower congestion area, like 128, 130. We're barely above that now. And when this thing shot up before, almost 1 year ago, it went from this area up to like 800 Satoshi against the Bitcoin. So now the questions become, is it able to the major area to go to where it came from at 382 ballpark point? A lot of support was done there. Or even the upper end of that resistance range, maybe north of 5. Can it retest previous high, which would be going near 7? And then breaking previous high? And if so, how well into the 4 figures? And I've seen a lot of these altcoins have these fantastic moves against the Bitcoin. I'm going on the dartboard rally of 2017. Do triple figures against the Bitcoin when Bitcoin crushed the dollar, which means it crushed the dollar out even more so. And I'm thinking this is going to be the case again in 2021. Now it's interesting because there's only really one channel that I watch on YouTube in regards to cryptocurrencies. And that would be Samantha Jane. And she put out a video this week, and she's a lot more than just a psychic, and I know that can create a really it's a polarizing term to say the least. But she has more credentials even outside that, including her partner, who's not that base. He's a computer programmer. In fact, I just found out in the video. I was talking to one of my friends. I wonder who this Moo Ant guy is. Like, what kind of, like his skill levels and stuff like that. Well, quote unquote, is he one of the group? Because there's a lot of times they have channels on there with all these different psychics on there. Hadara is not part of that group. It's just what she was saying. It's going to be like, oh, it's like throwing a dartboard and it's just going to hit. Well, for years and years and years, I've been calling it a dartboard rally, meaning anything can hit. And what she mentions, pretty much as long as it's a top 50 coin, because I think there's going to be there could be a lot of coins out there that literally just stay par or even grind down against the dollar when everything goes up. I'm not saying that's going to be the case, or I just got that weird feeling that some of these, whatever these back coins, there's a coin right now that is, say, $1 or even a dime, whatever. We'll say $1 though, was like $60 or $80. When everything's going to be going up, and yet that coin's now 90 cents and 80 cents. And then now all the coins go down, like the Bitcoins, the LITECOINs, and the Hadaras, and the Tezos, Thetas, what have you. And that coin goes from like 80 cents down to 2 cents to nothing kind of deal. I think a lot of these coins will end up going to nothing. But I think there's still a decent chance that the ones that will could easily survive it and have some decent rallies. Now, as far as Hadara, why am I in H-bar? Way back when, and this is about 3 years ago, I watched Hidden Secrets of Money, and Mike Maloney has been one of my greatest fans and people that I've been following for pretty much a decade plus, about a decade or so. And he was talking about that, and I haven't heard him talk about it ever since in the videos, and I figured, you know what, if there's ever any types of fun gambling coins to have, and this isn't the only one that I got with it. I'm trading Ripple as well. That's most certainly a gambling coin right now. But this is an ideal one to go with. And then whenever I can take advantage of different moves, like today, I wake up and the market goes up and, well, trade it. Let's trade it, sell it against everything that I trade against, all 4 things that I'm crossing Hadara against. And I got an order in here to trade some more. Now, this was a time frame, like I don't get up this early in the morning, 5 o'clock. I kind of wish this morning I had it, but that's fine. But I sold down in the 130s areas in here, and then I sold again on this rally higher, and now I'm just waiting for my next one to go for a move in here. And it's awesome because this gives me a chance to be able to increase my portfolio by moving coin A to coin B, and one of the A's or B's is H-bar. Next up is Theta, and I've always don't know why I'm saying these like Fibonacci lines are like gold or whatnot, or I just say it's just luck. It's just luck. 15-minute time frame. Heck, let's even do 1 minute. This is what the 45.99 level did on the Fib point of view. So maybe 5 minute would look better. 1, 2, and oh my goodness, on the 2, 3, 4, it's had a lot of support there. If this area doesn't hold, Well, the next area is 34.26. We also, before then, you could even say, well, maybe we could do a hold in this higher low, and that could very easily be the case. 4,000 even as well. It's done pierce. I just feel this is, and you know what, it retested the support. I could easily do that as well too. After all, weekly time frame. This has just been a phenomenal run. It's been holding and staying above for a while. So if it happens to condense more to a range-bound market, because that's something that this could end up becoming as well, where support is in this low area. We've already had another test of resistance. But regardless of the matter of how well this, because it's basically a now next what situation, I look at it as, if this area doesn't hold, then most likely 34.26 will come into play. I'm very, very, very confident with Theta in the long-term time frame. And amongst that, that means to me that the destination is, not going to say it's locked or it's guaranteed, but I'm confident in it. It's just I don't know what journey, I don't know where we're going to turn left or what pit stop we're going to make. I don't know how long it's going to take and all those types of things. And I don't care about which turns and if it's quick or slow, as long as we get there. Thus, I'm just going to react to the situation only price pays. And I am hoping it does go down to this even more further levels and we can have some more volatile, choppy up and down action and I can get in, get out, get in, get out. And thus, in the long term, increase my holdings of not only the Thetas that I have, but the coins that I trade within it. And I'm going to wait for the market close for this video, but silver, interesting today. Down 8.77%. And I've been thinking for days and days and days. I'm looking at and look at my portfolio, how much I have in cryptos, how much I have in silver and gold and everything. And I'm looking at this things thinking, you know, cryptos are going up so much. And I'm at the stage where I could take this much out of cryptos and it doesn't take that much out of my crypto portfolio. But because it's going up so much, it would really help balance it a little bit better, meaning it's just making it easier with these lower prices if I can see this towards. So, but a lot of it too for me is actually the LITECOIN situation. So I guess I'll finish the video off with LTC. And I'm going to do the dollar one because this is what I've been waiting for a while for this. I mean, a little bit. I mean, a few days, I suppose, since the statement was made on January the 2nd. Or 3rd, whatever this green candle day was, the 3rd. So this is day number 5 in waiting. Well, I mean, LITECOIN is probably going to go over 200, and that's what I'm going to be buying it with when I end up buying the silver. Oh, that and Theta. I mean, Theta, I wouldn't buy silver with Theta. I would have to sell Theta for something. And then that something would have to, go to LITECOIN. LITECOIN will go to my hardware wallet, then I'd buy it with LITECOIN. But I'm thinking, if Theta gets in the $3 and change mark, 340, 350, 360, which is also where I think it's heading towards. If LITECOIN makes it up towards, again, over 200, then, So, but to get there, that's another 15, 20%. So having a 7-8% down move really helps a little bit towards, I'm still hoping. I think it's going to make it there. So it's just a nice added effect that silver would be down if I can maybe time this in correctly. And I'm even not too enthusiastic about selling at 200 and pierced above 210 level, like 2.25, 230. It gets a little bit better, but not much at 400. Selling really does begin around 1,000 to 1,500, 1,800, 1,600 area. And I talked about with Bitcoin, Bitcoin weak resistance coming at 20,000. Well, I don't talk much about the opposite, which is strong resistance. And that would be that of, I'd have to think, several thousands and thousands of dollars. You'd be at the stage where this, you just like when this was going up too much, you just have to be like, how does it continue to go up much more? And several thousand, like 3, 4, 5,000, I think would be. I don't know if I'll get there in any time in 2021, but I do believe in a dartboard bull market that is going to see like practically every single coin have phenomenal gains. Where I use the term dartboard rally because I grew up playing darts as a kid, but it was very casual, and I really wasn't that great, but I wasn't that bad either. And as long as you weren't trying to shoot for like doubles or something, hitting the board, especially if you're trying to hit the board or trying to shoot for bullseye, was pretty darn easy to do. But sometimes you were so bad, maybe you'd miss, or the dart would hit the one of the maybe the metal and it would fall. But way, way more times than not, you would hit. And that's what I think with most of these coins. Pretty every single one of them is going to do very, very, very well. So it really doesn't matter which ones you pick, I think. I mean, what the markets will do will end up with what it'll do. Some coins will obviously perform better than others. Some will have more interesting volatile and more variance, happy or unhappy related events. When I say variance, that's just like random occurrences to how like this particular day and hour and these particular stuff like that, as well as being good or bad, because those things can obviously work in your favor or against you. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.